Hello everyone and welcome to the season premiere of What's for Dinner in 2022. I am so excited to begin this new season. We have a lot of great recipes lined up for the first half of the year. We're going to start the year with a really simple recipe, a loaded baked potato soup that I found in a cookbook given to me by Mike for Christmas. It's the Tasty Adulting Cookbook and it says all your faves, all grown up. I found this loaded baked potato soup recipe in here and I'm really excited to try it out. So let's get cooking. Okay, so the first thing I did before I started recording, I cut up 4 medium-sized russet potatoes, put some olive oil and kosher salt on them, and they are currently in the oven baking. They've been in there for about 10 minutes or so. You want to cook them for about 20 minutes until they get nice and soft. What we're going to do now is I have a pot here on the stove. We're going to melt some butter, and we're going to saute some onions and garlic on the stove. You want 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, or half a stick, which is what this is right here. We're going to put this in here. We're going to melt this over about medium heat. I don't know what kind of utensil to use. We'll start with the spatula and work our way up from there. So once you melt this butter, you're going to put in 1 chopped yellow onion and a clove of minced garlic, which I believe is about a half teaspoon of that container. I did just get this butter out of the fridge, so it might take a while for it to melt here. Alright, butter's almost melted here. Maybe a tablespoon or so left. We're going to add in our onion. Since 1 medium-sized yellow onion goes in, let that cook for a little bit before we add in the garlic. You want it finely chopped. I always struggle with finely chopped onions. This is the smallest I could get them without hurting myself. Checking the potatoes here. Smell pretty good. These onions are looking pretty good. I'm going to cook the onions about 5 minutes or until they get soft. As I said, my pieces are a little bit bigger than the finely chopped ones the recipe suggested. Okay, I'm going to get a whisk out because we're going to need a whisk here in a little bit. Which one do I want? I want this one. Let's get this one. We'll get the bigger whisk. We'll put that right there. I'm going to get the garlic in here now. That's pretty good. Put it in there. And you want to cook it until the garlic is fragrant. Okay, I'm going to let the onions finish up here. I'm going to check the potatoes, get those out a little bit, and then I'm going to come back. We're going to add the next few ingredients to this pot right here. Alright, these onions and garlic are quite fragrant now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to whisk in a 1/4 cup of flour until it gets a golden color. It should take about 2 minutes or so until this is done. And then once you have whisked in the flour, after about 2 minutes, you're going to add 2 tablespoons each of sour cream, grated Parmesan, and 1½ cups of heavy cream. Let's let that sit there for a moment. Ooh, there, I'd say potatoes are good, if you can tell by my glasses. I think the potatoes are pretty good. We're going to take those out. Oh, these look very nice. These look nice. We're going to go let these cool for a little bit. Alright, so the camera decided to do its own thing and turn off for some reason I still don't understand. But what I did was I added 2 cups of vegetable broth, and then I added in a good amount of black pepper, a good amount of kosher salt, and a good amount of chives. It's been boiling now for about 2 minutes. Whisk it here a little bit so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Once it starts boiling, which it is right now, we're going to turn it back to low. We're going to let it simmer for about 20 minutes or so. I have a lid here. We're going to cover it as well. And then after about 20 minutes, we're going to add the potatoes in. So that's done boiling. We're going to cover it with the lid. Let it simmer for 20 minutes, or give or take 20 minutes or so. And then we'll be back to put the potatoes in. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes. I have the potatoes here, they're nice and cool now. We're going to dump these into the soup. Once they are in the soup, we're going to simmer it uncovered for another 5 minutes so the potatoes can warm up. And then we're going to pretty much put it in a bowl, put some toppings on it, and that's pretty much it. All right, spatula, potatoes. How about we do this? Let's do this. These are giant chunks of potato. I'm almost afraid that not all of these are going to fit in here. All right, that's all the potatoes. Set that there. And do I whisk? How do I whisk these? Let me get a spoon. Get a large spoon here. There is quite a possibility that I made these potatoes a bit too large, but hey, that's okay. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes, let the potatoes warm up. I'm going to up the heat just a little bit. I'm going to leave it uncovered. Get rid of this, don't need that anymore. I'm going to leave it uncovered, simmer it for about 5 minutes or so, and then we're going to plate it up. I have some bacon, some cheese, and some more chives that you can put on top. You can put whatever you want on top. You can put more sour cream on top. So when we come back, we will plate it up and I'll try it. All right, it's been simmering for about 5 minutes. We're gonna take a bowl, we're gonna plate it up, well, bowl it up, I guess you could say, and try it out. Quite hearty, lots of big pieces of potato, which is good. All right, let's see here. I'll put some bacon bits on. Oh, hold on, just a little bit. Put some cheese. I'm going to put a little more chives on top too. All right, this looks amazing. It smells delicious. Here we go. This is definitely a meal right here. That is amazing. Oh my, that is amazing. It's more like a chowder than a soup. Thank you all for watching this episode of What's for Dinner. Something new this season, I created a Google form that allows you to submit your own recipe to me for future consideration in an episode. You can find the link to that Google form in the description below. There's room for you to upload a PDF copy of your recipe, or you can type out the recipe as well in that form. I think I set it up so that it only allows you to submit one PDF file, so you might have to either write out the recipe if you have another one, or submit another form. But anyway, thank you all for watching, God bless, and I will see you all next month. Delicious, so good. Having a potato. It's really good. Sorry, Clara. My friend Clara from Twitter doesn't like potatoes, which is okay. It's okay, Clara. You can not like potatoes. I'll just have them for you.